Hey gang, welcome back to the Spring Update series. We're on board with the big boy here, heading back to Luton. We've got a little bit of work to do to this line today. We've got fuel to spread around to the towns. I'll finally get to the fuel and start getting some of those goods out that we worked on last time out. And speaking of that last episode, it was a bit of craziness and a bit of fun. The goods factory was shutting down. We only had a certain amount of time to save it. I'll leave a link in the top right corner of your screen right now. You can check that out, that video, if you haven't checked it out already. But it was a bit of craziness. You can see if we actually won at saving the goods factory, if we failed, or if there was an alternate outcome that we were able to utilize. So check that out if you haven't already. If you have, then welcome back, and we're going to crack into today's episode. Let's do it. Alright, so as you can see, we're down here at Luton, and you can see that we've got 240 iron waiting. We're only there's only about, what, 24 heading back on the actual big boy as it is, and there's about 548, 547, whatever, coal waiting. I think that's max for our... That's pretty much max for our terminal, I gotta be honest, for our train station. Holy snap and duckfish, right. So what we're going to do actually is we're going to separate them. We're going to now go to this. We're going to actually change up this whole line. Actually bring the lines up for me here. Edit it in here. And we made it darker, and it's this one. A couple of trains coming in. Right, so it's this one here. Is it? Yeah, train, that's it. Luton to Christchurch, yep. So you're now going to be about this color. We'll make you a nice coaly kind of color, and we're going to change you to just be coal. Just be coal. I want to. Oh, it's a bit early for that. Okay, you muppet. Right, the next thing we need to do is with this line, manage the line. Manage the line. At Luton, you're only going to pick up coal for me now, buddy. Okay. Now before the iron mine has a conniption and chucks a nana, we're going to now actually set up another line. Line please. Line 1, position 2, iron. Right, from here all the way to Christchurch. To infinity and beyond. Are you going to pull in at the same? Yeah, we'll keep you on the same rail, I think. We'll give you the alternate. We'll give you the option of pulling into... you're at number 2. We'll give you the option of coming into number 1 as well. Make you our nice iron color. So this is going to be iron, what? Capitals. And it's basically what we said, loot to cry. Is it just it's just a transfer? Now, we've got a bit of a, we're going to have a bit of a backlog and a build up here of products that aren't going to be shipped out. We've only got tippers basically running on this, let's have a look here. They'll be crude vehicles. These vehicles will be just what? Tippers? Yep. And these ones, these are an all flavor, right? Okay. Right, they're ready to go to bring goods back to here so we can ship out. So that's all I just wanted to check that. Articulate your words, buddy. Come on, Ham. Alright, I just want to see where we're pulling in with that iron line as well. Which station have you chosen for yourself, my friend? Because you could come in. You can have your own platform, I think. Load. Yeah, you can have your own there, buddy boy. Okay. Happy with that. Right. That will shift all the coal to one side and all the iron to the other. Now it's a chance of just buying the Alco. Now I know the Alco only does 80 max, but the size of this the big boy, it only does about 80 anyway. And then we've got that big viaduct system there that only it only allows for 80 clickety clacks as it is anyway. Right, what did I say? Alco or Alco H600, please. We're gonna make you. We could actually make it orange. Match your line. What does that look like? You look like a big mandarin. Okay. Give me something different, like a green, like a deeper green. Yeah. No, it's too same. I want something fun and exciting. Go with the yellow. Okay, we're going with the yellow. Right, cargo. You just require gondolas. Gondolas with the wind. Or don't make them yellow. Oh, that'll be a bit much. We can change up the color here though. Give me a couple of them. One of them. One of these. Black. Oops. Wrong one. Although, if we're going to send goods, we'll put a couple of wagons on the back of it just for goods for return. Okay. Give me the black one. I think we'll go with 100 capacity. 108. There we go. Okay. We're still mediocre. That's okay. We want now. Boxcar takes 8. This boxcar takes. That's 15 tons. Okay, just give me 2 of those to start with. Set you on iron loot cry transfer. I know I haven't put mixed. I should put mixed consist, shouldn't I? Realistically. Right, we're gonna tell that line a couple of things now as well, just before we can kick it off. But just so we can tell these guys here, they're gonna start producing for us, shipping out to our first town now. This one here, Iron. This one, Iron Mike. Right, manage the line. So from Luton, you will be picking up iron, okay, and at Christchurch, we'll be picking up plastic. As simple as that. So that means now that our truckies here should start to. I want to just check these vehicles. I'm pretty sure we used the right one last time out. The Studebaker US 6 truck with side stakes. Yes, okay. Purely plastic. If we used a all types delivery vehicle, we could probably, oh no, because plastic back. That's okay. We could get away with just running one line there. Have I set the crude line up correct? No. All right, I knew something wasn't right here. Although they've got plastic. So how are you guys? Right. Okay. No, we're right. Okay. I had a confusion there. The plastic's coming in. The goods are going out. Whew. Okay, crisis averted, guys. I had a brain conniption then. For some reason, I thought we needed to bring refined oil in here, and I don't know why I had that concern in my head. All right, we're good. We're sorted. They're starting. They're kicking off. They've got some plastic that they will bring back. We should start to see that come and start to land on the deck here sooner rather than later. Also, what are you doing? we set you up to take goods back to here. But I think we've given you too many wagons. Manage this vehicle. Right, we've given you too many of these wagons, I think, and not enough of these ones. Let's start you off with 3 of those and give you more tankers. I think that's a better way to go, considering all the crude on the deck here. Right. I know this episode's probably less exciting than the other one, but it's these necessary changes and adaptations are needed, and you got to start fine-tuning. Once you get your groundwork in place, you got to really start fine-tuning stuff, and that's where we're at now. We're at a sort of tuning phase now. We got to start. It's okay to slap one thing in place and get the product rolling, but then you got to tune it a little bit to make it go well, like a car. You can build a car. And you can send it out of the garage and it can run rough as heck and it'll run, but it's no good for it. So we're just tuning a little bit now. I think that's all. Right, let's start getting some fuel in to these places, and we're just going to truck this into town as it is. Now I'm pretty sure. Can I have a look at that line, please? So you're running a triple pass. You're going from here to yonder to back to here. So it would be, I think, the smart thing to do just to send one line into town. Now, we're also going to be sending that into town to then get trained around here. So this all of a sudden is going to become a popular train run. Probably worthy of bolstering up. Why it is. We're going to have a lot of trains running there. We might put some more signaling down. Okay. Finally, we're getting some fuel into these guys. Where's my oh, that's the food joint. Which also, where's our closest farm? Right here. Who needs food? Christchurch. Oh, we're doing that. Oh, that's a given. Before that shuts down. In fact, let's get a road that goes from here direct into town over to here. Right now. That makes sense right through there. It does, doesn't it? Give me a thicker road. Got like a medium-sized road. Come past that. Okay. One of Ham's famous roundabouts is going to have to go in play here. What we'll do is we'll come back and check that Alco a little bit later. Okay, we need a bit of ground flattening. Now, I've had a lot of questions about mods and such lately, and how I did certain things on this map, especially when it comes to how I set the map up with extra. Are we looking at that? Oh, yay. I thought that would take it off the bridge, but it didn't. Yeah, how I set the map up with extra options at the start with the temperate. I'll get there eventually. Look, basically it's a scripting. You can edit the scripting so you can have that. But there's also a mod that does the exact same thing. Now on my Lonely Pines playlist on the Steam Workshop under Van Ham, my mod list, there is the mod in there. I think it's called Terrain Editor Extender brackets temperate, I think. But if you have any queries about things that I use in my playthroughs, my mod list is on there. Right, this one, thanks. Are we going to make this one way? Yep. Okay. Make it fairly sizable. Give me this road. That plugs into there nicely. Right. That plugs into there nicely. so on and so forth. You get the idea. Oh, that's turned out really well. Oh, yep. Okay. Right. What are you gonna do about this? Well, actually, we're gonna thicken you up, and you can't. Bugger on toes. Around about here would have been better too, but that's okay. What that allows us now is basically a straight shot straight from here to over to here into town. Bit quicker, bit faster buildings. I don't need to do this now, but we are. Just while I'm thinking of it, we might give you a slip road. You know what? You can come straight off the end here. No, don't. Just put it over here or something. Put it where you want it, Ham. Yeah, I'm going to. Oh. All right, cute. Truck stop connection done. We'll configure that later, but it's in. I'm gonna give you guys one as well. Oh yeah, we can tuck one up in here. Really nice. You can stay big. Give a bit of room so we can actually some buildings on it. Smart idea, buddy. Smart idea. Right. Fuel. That's what we're doing. Line. We've got a new line here. We're going from Heather to, do we have? Let's check the town and see where our good drop-off point is. And see where people want the fuel itself. Over this side of town it's going to be, I'm pretty sure. Yes, okay, so are they going to want a truck stop over here? I'm thinking we just give them a regular truck stop. That just seemed like a logic maneuver there. Also, down road, thanks. We can, because I think they'll come this way. They're going to come down the roundabout. They'll either come over this way. And we'll put the truck stop down over here. We can actually give them a decent sized truck stop. Do you want to actually like put it somewhere where it's going to benefit everyone? Like we could get rid of this, put it right here, or we don't even need it to be that big of a truck stop, do we? We could squeeze a tiddler in here because it's purely just for dropping off. And then that in turn enables us to that in turn enables us to get connection to the goods guys over here. Or alternatively, pop it in here. See how you go. Not a word, doctor, not a word. Ooh, now. If you really want to make a convoluted junction, just copy that one. That's gonna cause a traffic nightmare. You're a little bit. No, we're fine. It's the road that's out, not us. Okay, and we got good connection to all our places around here now. That's perfect. Right, bring me back. That station. Right, you are going to be fuel. Keep you red. Okay, and you are going to be fuel. And it purely is that delivery truck. The old tanker trucks coming in. Tanker trucks coming in to deliver fuel to the gas station. Okay. Get you a couple of trucks, shall we? We've got truck stops everywhere, by the way. How about we oh no, there's a train. That's a tram. That's a truck. That's a ship. We'll get there. Patience. Alright, so you take 15. You take 16. 15. There's got to be a deal with emissions, hasn't there, with these? We'll take these ones. Just give me 8 to start with. And set them on fuel. That delivery. Right, let's hit play. See how everything just sort of adjusts for a second here, because we've adjusted our train. It does the brings the crude over as well, so that's got to come into play. Let's see if we start getting fuel built up. Consumers will be Thatcham. Perfect. Right, so first consumer up. Next is, the good thing is you have connection to this, so fuel we can drop off here can actually now get trained around to Thatcham, to Christchurch as well. We might put in our train here, this guy, manage the vehicle, and he's going to start taking fuel back to Christchurch. So if we go manage line, now Christchurch, you're going to pick up no. Right, that's Christchurch, by the way. You want this one. You're loading plastic, and you now can load fuel. That's perfect. So now we're going to be able to send back fuel and plastic. And now I know why we had so many wagons on that. We need to put our wagons back on, because we're supposed to be taking bucket loads of plastic back. And give them a few more. One more. Okay, that makes sense now. I apologize. And you know what? That's kind of cool. Right, so we could be running 2 trains for that, but I'm happy to run the one. The Alco looks like it's going to struggle for pace. Let's just see how fast it can go here. Just follow it for a second. Oh yeah. Do one of these follows. Gets up to 48. Okay. So, let's just go. I want to run through my head here. It picks up crude at Christchurch. And it's now going to pick up goods from Christchurch. Crude and goods from Christchurch and send it back to Thatcham. And then what? And then fuel and plastic from Thatcham and sends it back to Christchurch. That train, when it gets going, should run pretty well. So Thatcham should start to get fuel and goods fairly soon. And not yet. Back over here. Just run everything at speed at the moment, just see how we go, because we want to see how our iron train's going as well down here. Excellent. All the iron shifted to this deck now, you can see, which is perfect for us. Why would you be taking a little coal? Don't do that. You haven't even done a delivery yet, so we can't even see how much you're running. You haven't even made it here, have you? Manage line. At Luton, you should be picking up only iron. Yeah, that's okay. Right, it just probably needed a little bit to kick in. These guys should... Okay, but maybe they just have to wait for the transport of this to be happening. The good thing is the big boy must have just picked up, but holy moly, look at how much it's... Go to that, jump to that. Coming in with full loads every time, and you watch how much this makes. $16 bajillion, okay? We've got a lot of crude on deck here too, so that tells me we need to get more crude over to the wharf. How much have we got waiting on deck? 49. Last ship went here. only 89. We need to get more of more. So what I want to do now is I want to double up these trains. The mixed consists that I'm running, I want to double them up. Let's say it was running. Holy dooly. We probably should just be running 2 separate trains now. Now that I'm looking at that. Yep, okay, we're going to. Yeah, okay. Change of plans. Again, 3rd time lucky. We're going to change this train up to just run goods. We're going to then... let's pause while we do this. Like I said earlier, a lot of fine tuning we have to do to get this thing up and running correctly. Okay, a little split off shunt down at the port probably would have been better. Also, I think we're going to need to increase the trucks we have on here. Do that quickly. How many have you got? 10 vehicles on it. Give me another 4, 6, because we're about to ramp things up here. Okay. Right, so that's that in a hat. Our new line to put in. It's green and it is coming in. It'd be nice if we could get you peeling over into this one. Make a little bit of track work from here. I don't think you're going to make that. Now you make that. Hey, that's a thing. But then you've got to get back over there. That's not a thing. Would have been better coming off there, wouldn't it? Can we get you? Yeah, you really need to be able to come. Oh, hang on a minute. I think we've just squeezed that in. Stop it. Taking it. Okay. So in at Thatcham at 3, thanks. That's a big whopping. I'll take it, bud. Right, okay, that's going to be our new crude train. Yep, going to be our new crude train. So make it that. Call it crude. Cry to that NF. I think we might need to actually switch these to tankers, switch some tankers on here as well, and then keep some good trucks just there. This is all the fun stuff, you know, working out what works and what doesn't work. Okay, so that line's in. Let's get a train for you guys. 5 vehicles. Let's go with the steam because we use a lot of diesel at the moment. Let's go. No. Okay, we'll use this, the Class L. Okay, cargo. Just want to check that tractive effort. 221 does 80. That's okay. We don't need it to be super flying. It's got good tractive effort though, and it's gonna need it. Right. Give you about 156. Make you that. Still good. Still in good. 200. Set you on crude cry that transfer. Go. Okay. I didn't even see which platform it came in over here. We'll check that shortly. First thing, I want to edit this plastics train now. Manage that vehicle. For the 3rd time, we are now going to take all these off here. Right? give you more wagons. $132, $144. Okay. This is in planning of ramping up production. This is why I'm adding a few extra cargo things on here. We might take a hit here. We're doing all right still money-wise. We might take a hit initially, but once it starts building up, we're going to make good buck. So we now have to manage that train. So now you're loading plastic, and then you're loading goods. Loading plastic, loading goods. That's the right one. And then you manage vehicle. Thank you. Manage. Wait a minute. Did I already have? I've got so many lines going on. I don't know what's going. Coal, crude, iron, plastic. Okay, now we're right. Manage the line. This is what I want. Okay, so out of Christchurch, you're going to take that. And at Thatcham, you're going to take that. Perfect. That's better. Okay, let's hit play now. Let's see how things. We're on fast forward, so that's good. Consumers will be no one at the moment until we start getting more. We need to really get some more plastic and product down here. So we might need to adjust these trucks just here down here as well. I know I just put more out. I think they can take multiple. They can take. Here's our new train coming in. He could even use some more wagons, I think. There's a fair bit of crude standing by. Going to be coming from here. Is that the only coming from? Yep. But once we start ramping up how much we can take out of there, it's going to be. But look how busy this train station is going to be. Might even need to extend these lines out to be a bit further, you know. Passenger. Look at the trains waiting. Okay, so he's coming in now. You know, people might get a bit upset, like, oh, there's too much going on, make your stations bigger. That I actually like having busy stations. I like having trains having to just wait a touch. I know it's not min-maxing and all that kind of jazz, but I like the busyness of, you know, look at the train coming in. This one has to just doesn't get held up too long. He's going back with the full load, and we've still got plenty on deck. I think we need to ramp up. I think we need to ramp this guy up a touch. Give him a couple of more wagons. Give him 270 capacity. Did that just work? Yeah, okay. And then what are we looking at for our trucks over here? There's still plenty on the deck here, isn't there? Heaps. Okay, we can ramp up how many trucks we've got going here as well. They've got 12, definitely. Or let's give them another 6. Okay. And then, which in turn should start getting a lot more. We should start seeing a lot more fuel hit the deck down here. And these ships will start going a lot more full now. They're coming back with plastic. Perfect. Look at that. Love to see it. So I think what we'll do now is I took one of the ships off last time out and I put 4 on, but we're actually going to put another one on now. Okay. Because we're really ramping up production. I want to get this plastic. Burning and burning. Look, we need to get more plastic here, so we need more refined fuel. Warning, abandoned industry. Cleethorpes coal quarry. Stone? Yeah, stone. Wow. Now, we got stone here and stone here. This one here became useless because it just did. But if we start ramping up, production here to get more conmats out around down to these guys, I think we might need to utilize all three of these. Having said that, I'm more interested to see where else it will end up. Where we can pull just from here if we need to. That gives us our, well, it's one stone, but that gives us stone. So I think we're going to let that one go and see where it may come closer, which might benefit us more. May go further. Interesting how that one goes. I think also we're going to start sending refined oil from here down to here, and then we can send it back to here. A two-way trip, some might say. We might even get oil, refined, down, back. Okay? I think that's going to be a next episode one, but kick things off, I want to start getting some food on here. Finish off for things in here. So, come back and configure. We can hit play as well. Just go play, regular speed. We are cargo building on the couple of cargo building farm. Yeah, the old farm, right? I couldn't have spaced that any better, I've got to be honest. Right, so that's that. Let's get a line in. You are going from here to there, and then we're going to get you doing a drop off to town. Okay, and then a nice loop back all the way around to utilize that roundabout. Oh, lovely. You can also at Thatcham Annex. I think what we'll do is we'll drop off at one. It's going to drop off at one and pick up at the other. That won't really. I think what we'll do is we'll give you the option of going to both, just so we don't hold them up in here too much. Make you Lello. Lello, thanks. For grain, apparently. Yellow grain. Right, this is actually just going to be called a food line because that's what it is. Food. And it basically is just Thatcham. That's Tat, by the way. That, product. Are we using forward slashes now? I don't really want to. Delivery. Okay. Product, we can just go prod. Prod and delivery for truck, okay? Bang. Right, let's get a couple of trucks on that. This road kind of here has become redundant, even though it gets used. So we'll leave it. But it's kind of redundant now that we've got the big motorway in. Studebaker? What's Studebaker? These ones only take that. These ones take all cargo. Oh, the flatbed takes all cargo. I think we're going the flatbed. It's something different. It only takes 13 though. Ah, bugger on toast. What about the Sora? Takes 11. Studebaker it is. Okay. How many do you want? Ooh. 14. Get them on food. Fat production delivery truck. Alright. So they will start pouring out now as well. And see some grain start to develop right here. That's perfect, right? These guys need... Luton needs goods. Okay, that's going to be a little bit harder next time out. What we want to do is we want to establish the ability for these guys to get more product first. At the moment, not getting so much product. want to double check that I haven't broken something here. 6. Shipping 99%. They need more. That means we need to start getting more people wanting goods. I need Christchurch to hit its next tier so we can have Christchurch see if they need goods as well, because if they start getting goods in, then we can start getting more product down here because they'll want more as well. Ho hum diddly dum. Anyway, I think we've done a lot of good fine tuning today. Maybe a little frustrating to watch here and there, but I like to play the game raw how it is. You know, you've got to adjust, you've got to go back, you've got to fix, you've got to readjust. That's how the game works. That's how we play. Don't learn, do. Alright, I think next time we're going to look at getting that down to here. Maybe getting that to here, down to there, and back to here. I think that is a definite. Then we've got to start turning our attention back to the other side of the map and potentially down here as well to start tuning up and refining and shipping out more products again. That way, we've got more passenger services we need to hook up around the map. So plenty more to come on this little doozy of a map. It's quite a fun little map if you ask me. We've got a lot going on now. Are we doing a track ride along today? Look, I kind of want to just check and make sure everything's working okay. We've definitely got plastic on the deck here, so that's good. They're just not getting plastic quick enough. That's the trouble. I mean, you could do a cross-country train situation. It's going to take just as long to get there, you know. The trouble is this goods factory is in the corner, and the nearest chemical plant's over here. Or over there. You know? There's one down here. No, there's not. That's it. We've just got 2 chemical plants. Yep. And these guys are already working their guts out to supply these guys on this corner. Alright, so that's why that's a bit tougher. We'll get it to work, don't worry. Track ride-alongs. What are we going to do today? Oh, I don't know. I do not know. How are you doing though now, buddy? You're still not making good money. But you are taking goods back to Thatcham. I want to give us a little track ride. Maybe we ride a little farm jaunty. Oh, look at these things. Right, okay. we've got to manage this line. All right, at Thatcham East, you guys can have the option of going to both. Okay, just to start ramp it, because I don't know if they'll pick up from both sides. This is where the slowness happens. All right, well, I'll ride this. We've been riding a lot of vehicles lately, and I'm inclined to ride a couple of more. It's quite fun sometimes. There goes a couple of tanker trucks. I've been Van Ham. Thanks for joining me today. A very logistics episode, I'm well aware. They're not the most exciting, but they're a necessity. More building to come next time though, don't worry. More to happen on this channel. On this channel, yes. But on this playthrough. Stay tuned for Lonely Pines and Farming Sim coming your way. What is happening on this? There's a bit of dirt that's flooded across the road here. I think someone needs to get the council out to fix that. Hey gang, just before you head off, I wanted to explain why I put the food line in at the end there and what the purpose was, considering that Thatcham doesn't need food. I actually just adjusted where the food line goes. See here, it actually just drops off at Thatcham Exchange. I had it going into the annex on this side of the train station. Now Thatcham don't actually need food. It was actually to send food to Christchurch, which we have the goods train in here set up doing. Now this is only a temporary fix. You'll see here at Thatcham we can pick up food, only about 40%. It was purely just to get it kicked off and running. We're actually going to have a dedicated train that runs from Christchurch to Thatcham and take some grain back with it over to here also. Okay, so I just wanted to bring you up to speed with that. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are around the world. Stay safe, stay glued to your screen. I'll see you guys in the next one.